All right, beautiful people, we have already tried this pyramid pattern and also we have solved the reverse pyramid pattern. Now let's combine them together. What do I mean by combining them? Let me show you. So here I'm going to take this one and maybe I can paste it here. And then also I'm going to take the reverse one from here, copy this one and paste it here. All right, and let me just get rid of this as well. And now there are two similar kind of rows, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get rid of one of them because after combining them you can see there is a similar kind of rows, so I do not want that. And that should be all actually, and this is what we're basically going to solve. Okay, so similar kind of things we already did earlier. Now we just need to repeat the thing. So let's go back. First of all, here, let's think about this upper part, and then you can focus on the, the below part, okay? So for the upper part, let's go back. We have done that earlier. What I will do, this is for the below part, the reverse one. So I'm going to keep it here. I will just make a comment here. Reverse pyramid. And let me just copy and paste everything twice, so we have two copy. So I'll keep the last one or the bottom one for the reverse, and this one is going to be the pyramid. Okay, so let's focus on here. First of all, we need the row number. That is something we're creating. We need to print the space, and for creating space for this one, of course, you recall this is different, right? So here, if I just be real quick, as you recall, let me just put it like this real quick. And if you recall here how the space is printed, so I'm really sorry, I think I can go back and make it really small, something like this. Okay, so here you go, and I think this should be all for now. Okay, so how the space is created here. So here our row number, row 1, row 2, just focus on this, and then we have row 3, and here we have column 1, column 2, right? So if we subtract n row number from n, then we're going to find the space numbers for each row, right? So that should be all now that I have found the solution. So let me just get rid of these things. Here I'm going back, and n minus row is more than enough for printing the space. And then what about the values? For the first row, there is 1. For the second row, there are 3. So if we multiply 2 into row number and then subtract 1, it should work. So let's go back. This is something we did earlier, right? Nothing new. So 2 into row and then minus 1. Okay. And these two, something we can put inside parentheses, even though it's not necessary. Okay. So that should be all. And this time we're going to print asterisk. So there is no need of column. Now let me run this and let me show you how this one is behaving. So this is our first pyramid, the upper one, and this is our reverse pyramid, the below one. So let me compile and run. Here we're going to try with 5, and of course it's working, but for the lower one we have kept the numbers. So let's get rid of that. We do not need column because we are trying the asterisk or the star pyramid. So again, I'm going to compile and run, and I'm going to show you. So let's do it, compile and run. This time I'm going to try with 3. And there you go, but we have 1 repeated, and for that we can do it many ways. So let's start from row 2, so skip row 1. That should be all for the reverse one. So here I'm going to compile and run again, and let's see if I try with 5. There you go, it's working completely fine. So this is our diamond shape, right? If I'm not wrong, this is our diamond shape, and now you know how to solve the diamond shape pattern as well.